When you look at Michigan State right now, is there anything you see that they do better than they did the first meeting?
Well, I think they're playing with tremendous confidence. They had balance when they played against us, inside, outside. I think they just keep getting better. The young guys are better. I think they're a lot like ours, and that they don't look like, new freshmen. I mean, they're playing with a lot of confidence. I think Valentine's opportunities, and Trice being out, have really helped their team. And then they had Trice, who's a proven player. That makes them that much better. No, I thought they were really good when we played them, and I think they're really good now. I mean, there's no question. They're one of the best teams in the country because they have so much. They're very, very good in everything. There's nothing you can really look at with them and say, we can play off this. We can not worry about that. That's why they're so good. I mean, there's no place to catch a breath with them.
I don't know if you want to keep a sense of mystery with him, but how's Vic doing?
He's better. He's better. I mean, he was good today. I mean, we didn't push anything to an extreme level, but he was good. He's excited, and I think he's past the point of it's really hurting. I don't think he's going to tell anybody anyways.
With Adrian Payne, it seems like every month something new in his game just keeps getting more and more consistent. I mean, how much has he grown even just from the beginning of this year?
I think he's really grown a lot in his career there, and certainly this year. I mean, you can tell he's a hard worker. You can tell he's in the gym with the way that he's added the three-point shot. He's got a patience to his game. He doesn't seem like he rushes. Tremendous anticipation of rebounding and blocking shots. And, there's no question. You got to guard him 22, 23 feet away from the rim. So when you have a player like that with the decision-making that he makes, it makes it that much more dangerous. But no question, he is an extremely improved player. And I said as much to him after our game. I mean, knowing that a guy like that in that program, he's going to keep getting better.
How much are you seeing Harris get more consistent as well? I think he's shooting
unbelievable from three. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, he is an energizer for them with his three-point shooting. And I think in the last 5 games, he's in the mid-50s. And that's impressive. He's shooting tremendous from the foul line. He doesn't try to do what he doesn't do. I mean, he's very, very efficient, very solid, uses his athleticism, his strength the right way, but his shooting is tremendous. I mean, it's a huge factor for them and for us.
The challenges of facing Appling, I think he was in a little bit of foul trouble this time, but containing him.
Well, you have to, and we've been beaten by him before. I mean, he can do that. I mean, he's an elite guard. He can get in the lane. He can make threes. He's tremendous in the pick and roll. You give him an opportunity to split the pick and roll. I mean, that's what he wants. He's one of the better open floor players. He's got to earn his points. I mean, he's hitting the ground a lot right now on his jump shots, and to me, we've got to make sure that he earns those, that he earns those free throws, because we're trying to play really solid defense, and in a sense of we don't need any silly fouls and things like that on him, because he is going to the ground so much when he shoots a jumper. So I think that's going to be key, that we have a great contained mentality on him without just an all-out get up into him mentality, because we want him to earn his points, and we want to be able to do a great job on him without fouling. But he does a lot of things for them. He runs the team. He's excellent.
Besides your own building, is the Breslin Center as tough a place as there's?
I wouldn't think that. I mean, it's certainly one of them, but there's a lot of great venues in this league, and I would never single one out like that. I'll leave that to the players and other people. I mean, but there's no question it's not only one of the best in the league, it's one of the best in the country. And they've got a great fan base. They've got great students. The energy in the building, the music, just the pageantry of it is tremendous. But we've got a lot of great buildings in this league that the fans are really passionate in.
Looking at the numbers, your defense has obviously made a lot of strides. What are the key things you attribute that to?
Maturity, physicality, awareness. Just improved athleticism. I mean, we knew we needed to get more physical. We knew we needed to get more athletic. We needed to take more individual determination in our matchups, and that would make play like we don't have help, but at the same time try to get our help better. I think the thing in the last month that's been better is we don't overhelp as much. I think there were issues we definitely had with that. We certainly were overhelping too much in the Minnesota game, and then it cost us big time in the Wisconsin game. And just can't do that. I mean, you've got to really that's just part of maturing and understanding who you're guarding and understanding what your team needs from you. And sometimes you can be working too hard or try to cover too much ground. And we don't need to do that. We need to be more responsible for what we're doing individually on our man, but at the same time have the ball you man concept when it comes to how we help, just not doing it in an overhelp. And I think the next biggest thing is our rebounding percentages are better with room for improvement, and our transition defense is better. It'll be severely tested tomorrow night.
Sort of in that vein, what are the most important things I guess you learned about defending them the first time? I guess just when you look back at film and see.
I think there's a lot of things in that. I can't. I'm not going to get real specific.
Yeah.
We've got to be. There's nowhere that you go in that game and say, okay, they can't make baskets. So we've got to be able to adjust inside of the game like we did there. We got to feel great about our plan, but at the same time have a plan B and C, and that's what we do. Because they're really good, and but I think the bottom line is we can't be surprised when Payne is standing out at the 3-point line and a legitimate threat to make it. Gary Harris shot the ball really well, and Harris would shoot the ball well against everybody all year, but really since that game. And I just think they're maturing. Gaughan has had some really good minutes. Matt Costello's playing more. They're deeper. So those are things we've got to have. We'll have a better awareness of some of those guys inside. But the biggest thing we've got to have, to put a blanket phrase on it, is that awareness. They got some lobs against us. We got caught, unaware a couple of times, or playing the ball too long, rather than really, having our head on a swivel. And they take advantage of it. They're one of the best lob throwing teams in the country.
Are they the matchups that's forced you, I guess, to be the most sort of unconventional and creative out of the teams?
Say that again?
Are they the team that's forced you to be the most, I guess, unconventional and creative in terms of defending them in the league?
It's a good question. We've mixed up defenses and matchups. They're one of them, but I think we're relatively tough to match up with sometimes because of the two smaller guards, and it just all depends on how we move those guys. So I would say to answer to your, they're one of them, but we do different things. We rarely match up, straightforward conventional matchups anyways, because of the versatility of Christian, Cody, and Victor, and really Will. When you look at what those guys bring. And so really for us, it all starts with how we're going to match up with Yogi and Jordan, and then we kind of go from there.
Okay, I need to get the players in and get Coach get home. So
Any last one? Yeah, I just got to get my stuff. Any last one?
Got a real quick one.
Go
Just, remember you talked before about things you read in the media. You don't, show the kids the obvious, but you showed them the blatant. Did I guess what Derek?
Oh, they see all
the
that.
blatant.
Yeah, I don't have to show you that. Those kids, they're all on Twitter. They're all on Twitter and Facebook, and they read. There aren't secrets there. But that's just the way it is. We're spending our time on getting ready for a really good team. If I didn't have a mature team, then they don't need any more of an edge to go into this game. They know who they are. They're starting to realize what they're capable of. Meaning what we're capable of. They know the pageantry of it. Most of them have been up there, and they know the environment, and they're extremely locked in. So I don't think that has. I'm sure they're all aware of that. I know they are. And then at the same time, that doesn't have anything to do with the drive that they have for this game. Because that'd be short-lived. Okay?